Okay, not clickbait. I really do dislike Quickplay. And in this video, I want to talk about why I dislike it and what I want to replace it with. But first, let me just say, if you do enjoy Quickplay, that's fine. Just hear me out. So first, if you aren't aware, Quickplay is a game mode that was added to Hunt Showdown back in Update 4.0 in 2018. Players spawn with a random weapon from their selected category, look for rifts, which are pretty much like clues, activate a wellspring, and outlast or kill their enemies. Unlike Bounty Hunt, there are no extractions, but players spend a majority of their time killing other hunters as they go from one point of interest to the next. Whoever activates the wellspring is locked into a 200-meter radius and just has to survive until the time runs out or until they've killed the last player. There are no pre-made loadouts, but you can find random weapons around the map. Each match lasts about 15 minutes and plays out much like a traditional battle royale game mixed with King of the Hill. Last man standing wins. And the reasons that Crytek added Quickplay make sense. One benefit with Quickplay is that any hunters you have that survive a Quickplay match, you can then recruit to use in Bounty Hunt, so it's a no-risk way to get new gear. The matches are generally faster than Bounty Hunt, so it's easier to get in and out for a warm-up match or just a quick hunt light experience. And it's also the only mode for solo players to face exclusively only solo players. And when people talk about Quickplay, they usually view it as a way for new players to gain experience for Bounty Hunt so they can learn the maps and use weapons they might not have unlocked yet. And we'll talk about the problem with that in just a second. If you like Quickplay, it's probably for at least one of those reasons, and really, all of those sound great. The only problem is Quickplay kinda sucks. Specifically, Quickplay has most of the issues that Bounty Hunt does, but it does some things worse. So, for example, if you spawn far away from the wellspring, it can be so annoying to have to cross the map, and that's the same in Bounty Hunt. If you are far away from the boss lair and it starts banishing, it can be a pain if you have to go from corner to corner. Also, the wellspring holder naturally wants to survive, so they find some solid walls, set up all their traps they have, and then just kind of wait it out. It quickly becomes this camp fest. And most of the Quickplay matches I've had turn into this siege of a trapped lair, and that's even for myself included. I use that strategy too. The game mode isn't meant to encourage camping, but I think inherently it does. Also, same issue as Bounty Hunt, where the broad range of weapons being used can lead to some frustrating situations. Say you've been looting weapons and all you found was a Springfield, well, now you're at the wellspring holder and you need to push them. Also, they have a shotgun, Godspeed. That can be very frustrating, and it feels worse because it's RNG based. It's not just a failure to plan for every scenario. Also, the ending of Quickplay matches is often pretty anticlimactic. If you took too long to cross the map, or there were too many traps to get through, or even if you are the wellspring holder yourself, once the time runs out, anyone not holding the wellspring just dies, which leads to this 10-second gap of dancing around each other, just thinking like, well, that sucks. Again, saying that as the holder too, it doesn't feel very rewarding winning that way, but that's just what the mode encourages you to do. So my point is, Quickplay still has the same frustrations that Bounty Hunt does. It can be a walking simulator at times. It's often a camp fest. There is a loadout disparity in most matches, and it has unfulfilling conclusions in some games. And yet, Quickplay adds another element that makes it not so good, in my opinion. You are suffering through all of this alone, and there is no skill-based matchmaking. So you can't bring a buddy in, which sucks. If you want an alternative to Bounty Hunt, you just kind of have to switch games. And this new mode that is supposed to teach new players the game, well, there's no skill-based matchmaking, so they're just getting curb stomped and you can feel it as like a veteran player when you go in and you're up against like someone that is clearly at a 3-star level of play. Nothing wrong with that, but you can feel the disparity in the skill level. Personally, I think the best way to learn Bounty Hunt is to do the training missions, then just play Bounty Hunt. I actually really enjoy playing random duos and trios, but there is also the looking for group channel in the official Discord, or in the Discords of content creators that focus on the game. Ahem. And for me, solo versus duos and trios is an intense experience in its own right, but Hunt has always been designed as a team game, and I don't really see the need for Quickplay to be that role. So that's all my problems with Quickplay, and really there's probably more if I went exhaustive with it, but it's easy to knock down ideas, harder to propose a better solution. So I think Crytek has 2 solutions to what I view as this problem. They could either do private matches or a gunfight mode. Crytek has teased that they want to do private matches, but there are no announcements yet. I imagine if that did happen, there would be the ability to set certain rules, select maps, invite your friends, etc. This option would be great for community-led tournaments, content creators trying to play with their own communities, and just people that have a lot of friends they want to play with. And really, I'm all for private matches, but without any official announcements, I mean, it just feels like a wish list, really. Like, none of that stuff is in the game, so it's like this new thing that people want. Private matches would be cool, but I don't really see them on the near timeline. So, second option, gunfight mode. And I've talked about this in a previous video, but I think it's a good idea, so we're going to talk about it again. And to prove it's a good idea, answer this question in your head or in the comments. I don't know. What is the best part about Hunt Showdown? The lore is great, the setting is neat, the audio is fantastic, but the thing that keeps me coming back is the gunplay. Using the full options of the arsenal, getting into intense standoffs, pulling off insane clutch moments, even using meme loadouts, all of that is so fun because the gunplay is so fun. And sometimes that's all I want. I don't always want the coin toss of dying before I use a loadout, or banishing the boss without running into a team, or a 40-minute anti-camping operation where you have to clear room after room. The best solution to me is a mode that locks 2 teams into one compound with matching random loadouts. If it's trios, all 6 players get a Romero and an uppercut, or double bows, or derringers only, and after a set time increment, a central objective spawns, maybe a wellspring, that can end a stalemate. And we're gonna get into some nuance here. I don't want Hunt to be Call of Duty, but Modern Warfare 2019 has Gunfight, which is just a standout mode in my mind. 3 years later, I still go back to it. What I like about it is the heart of what makes Modern Warfare fun, distilled into smaller contained matches. But it's not just Call of Duty that has this smaller mode. Apex Legends has arenas. Tarkov announced its own arena mode that is coming in the near future. Gunfight in Modern Warfare 2 is bound to be just as great. So it's not like this is a crazy idea out of left field. Competing games are making alternate modes that can showcase how good their gunplay is, and I think Hunt Showdown would benefit from having a shorter, faster paced mode similar to Gunfight. Bounty Hunt is the long-form, multi-team, tactical, cat and mouse type of gameplay. Showdown, as I've referred to this smaller mode in a different video, could be the quicker, high-intensity, action-filled gunfight mode, and both modes would still have their own spot in the game, but one wouldn't feel like the lesser stripped down version of the other. I mean, I would enjoy this faster paced mode, but Bounty Hunt has a special place in my heart, so I would always return to it as well. I think giving players a chance to more quickly come up to speed on the combat of the game would be more beneficial than what Quickplay offers. Also, most of the needed systems for this mode are already in the game. There's already a barrier limiting your play area in Quickplay. There's already a random weapon picker. There's already a wellspring. I mean, this mode would just use the existing systems and content in the game, but better utilize them for something different and fun. And quick play can be fun, but in my mind, it feels like wasted potential and honestly a tacked on mode. So wrapping this up, because you've probably formed your opinion by now, Crytek will act on community feedback. If the community comes together and says Quickplay is nice, but how about this? That tells them where to allocate their resources. Would I rather Crytek overhaul Quickplay rather than add more content to Bounty Hunt? No. Bounty Hunt is the main mode, but if there are resources for it and demand for it, I think this could be a smart way to get new players into the game and a fun alternative for existing players or people that are just shorter on time. For Crytek, it is okay to implement something early in development just to find that it doesn't fit the vision of the game in the long term. You know what else got added with update 4.0? Quick swapping, which if you've been around for a while, you know is now gone. So perhaps Quickplay should go the way of quick swapping and give way to something that is better for the future of the game. But anyway, this video is my entry into pressuring Crytek to change Quickplay. Might not work, but let me know your thoughts down below. Would you want this mode? Would you not? Tell me your opinions, and maybe someone at Crytek will see this video. Until the next one, goodbye.